Welcome back to another rebuild here on Madden 25, and today we're going to be doing another fantasy draft rebuild, but using the 2004 NFL rosters. And here's some of the, players, some of the glimpses of the actual roster itself. I think it's pretty well done. Obviously, it's been a while, 2004. I would have been 9 years old, so it's not easy for me to be like, yeah, Alan Faneca, who I know is obviously a good lineman, yeah, I think in 97. I think that's pretty fair. And, it's like, oh, well, Hines Ward should have been in 94. It's going to be hard for me to remember exactly, but from my experience, from my remembrance, I like this. I think this is pretty good, and if you want to check it out yourself, I'll show you right now how you can do that. All you have to do is go to the download center, click that A button, slap that thing on, move over to the rosters, search. I just personally found this by going 2004. I was looking for different years. There's not a whole lot of numbers, names. There's two. And I went with Toots Magoots, believe it or not. That is the name of the roster. And I didn't really check out Omega. Sorry. But I checked out Toots because I like the ratings. And this is what we're doing. And I suppose without any further ado, let's start up this fantasy draft. I don't really have a game plan. I'll tell you what. My game plan definitely isn't going quarterback because that's going to be gone. We do have some names. How old is Kurt Warner? 31. I won't be changing the devs because that would be pretty unfair. These guys are normal dev. If they were X Factors, maybe they go even higher. Maybe we wouldn't see so many non-quarterbacks going in between rounds 1 and, 21. So it'd be a little unfair that way. Is there any, youthful players? Rex Grossman, Romo, Carr. Is Romo at least, star? He is star plus. Could go Tony Romos. Who else do we have? David Carr. David Garrard. Carson Palmer. Is he star dev? 24. So anyone up above him there is at least 24 or under. Okay. I can kind of live with that. But I will say, I'm not going to go quarterback first because, that's kind of... Oh, look at LaDainian Tomlinson, Sean Alexander, Ricky Williams, Jamal Lewis, Marshall Falk, Amon Green. Amon Green's got to be decently young here. 25-year-old superstar. Man, oh man. This is not going to be a very efficient rebuild, I'll tell you that, because I'm probably going to end up taking players that, go later. And I'm also probably going to miss on players because I feel like they should go later. Tony G, 27 years old. If a tight end mattered as much in the game, I'd probably do it. Edge. Oh, Strahan. How old is he? 29? 30 years old, but he is insane. 30 years old is... as a 99 overall, you could probably get away with it. You probably could. What about Jason Taylor? 28. Okay, so if I'm going edge, sadly, even though I'm on the Giants here, I can't go with him, right? Dwight Freeney's only 24. Oh, that's going to be tough. Julius is going to be even younger. Yeah, star dev, 22. I still like Dwight Freeney a little bit more, and more importantly, I haven't used Dwight Freeney in any of these types of rebuilds, ever. There's a good chance I go Dwight Freeney here. Where's my middle linebackers? Oh, Ray Lewis, 27, 28, 27. Okay, I'm honestly kind of surprised myself that I even know some of the ages. So, I'm a little surprised by that. What do we do about corner? Troy Vincent, Patrick Surtain, Rondé Barber. Safeties? Ooh, Dawkins and Ed Reed. That is tough. These are all fun players. I got to go Dwight Freeney. He's a fun player too, though. So with this first pick, he also is a superstar. I am going to be going Mr. Dwight Freeney, 24 years old, a little undersized. What's his? I wonder if he added a spin move. That'd be so cool if his spin move was really high. I'm really curious to see that. But now we're at pick 12 in the second round, and things are probably going to get pretty damn interesting here. As far as the quarterbacks go, you still do have Romo, you have Carr, Garrard. Ooh, you don't have Palmer already? That seems crazy to me. David Carr. Tony Romo is so interesting, but he's a 68 overall. I'd rather just, tank the draft, this draft. And, I don't want to tank this draft, so I'd rather just, not do that. LT's 24. Do you think I could get away with waiting one more round? I don't know. I mean, he's a running back, but at the same time, he is good. Isaac Bruce. It's going to be a lot of me just yapping, so I might have to just honestly start skipping to the point where I just draft the players because I'm just going to be looking at oh my God, Reggie Wayne. And then I'll be like, oh my, he's actually only 25 here. That's kind of crazy. Reggie Wayne could be my guy. Going with the Colts team here. I should have been on the Colts. Derek Mason, 28 years old. Donald Driver would probably be, if Reggie Wayne's 25, he'd be 26? 27. Okay. I love me some Donald Driver. Double D. What about Tony G? Speaking of Double D. Shannon Sharp, Bubba Franks. Obviously, we had Shockey up there. Man, I'm struggling. I don't know what to do. I'm going to take a look at Edge, see if there's anyone else there. John Abraham, KGB, Warren Sapp. He must be old. 29. I could live with 29, though. Damn, Richard Seymour. This is tough. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Damn, Ed Reed. I really struggle to grab safeties, but I don't know how much a safety really matters. You know what? Call me crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of good running backs. I was just about to go crazy mode and take LT. Or LaDainian Tomlinson, I should say, because there's going to be some people that'd be mad if I called him the LT. But there's options. I mean, there's a lot of guys like Deuce McAllister, Edgerrin James, Amon Green. I can't do that. I also don't know if I can go Reggie Wayne, but I really want to go wide receiver. And you know what? I am going to go Reggie Wayne. We're going with the damn Colts roster here, baby. I need a wide receiver. He's an 88 overall superstar. I think that's like almost perfect. Like it really is. And if Tomlinson's there, I might take him anyways. No, he's gone. Was Amon Green superstar? He was. Damn, this is interesting now. We lose the tight end. I could still go edge. KGB, how old is he? 26. Okay. I can live with 26, I think. I would like to go edge. Robert Mathis, imagine. Oh, imagine. I'm just screw it, dude. This is the whole damn Colts rebuild. Let me just draft the whole Colts. Justin Smith's got to be really young here, too. Probably play him at DT. I mean, unless I run a 3-4, I suppose. Warren Sapp is still there. Oh, yeah, he's 30, isn't he? Or 29. Leroy Glover, 30-year-old X-Factor. I mean, I'm just going to go for the youth at this point, right? I mean, you kind of have to. You know, what about Ed? Is he still there? If Ed was there, I would have taken him. I don't even care anymore. And screw it for the name. Am I doing it? Am I going Tony Romo? I'm going Tony Romo. How many quarterbacks are there even going to be? Oh, yeah, there's a lot that are rookies. No, there wouldn't be. Those guys aren't considered rookies in here. So, I mean, he might just win Rookie of the Year by default, which puts him at Superstar if he already isn't. How old is Larry Allen? He's like just showing up on the front page there. No, thank you. What about wide receiver again? I'm kind of wanting, like, if he's there, Andre Johnson. Is he gone, dude? I saw him like a second ago. Santana Moss. Damn, that kind of sucks. I wanted Andre. I mean, it could go Bolden, but he's another Reggie Wayne type where, yeah, they were good, but they weren't like the most fun to watch. And I'm struggling between Amon Green and Clinton Portis. I want Amon Green, but he's 2 years older than Portis, so it's like, why would I do that, you know? It's going to... Otiki, how old is he, though? 27, man. Screw it, we're going Clinton Portis. I wanted to go Amon, but 25, I guess he could have been fine till 30. But, you know, 28, 29, they start to regress pretty hard in Madden, so I don't know. It's we've passed that point anyways. It's over. And you can call it a little bit of a reach, but I might go Nnamdi Asamoah. And pure value-wise, Casey Hampton's still there. That's who I'm going. Casey Hampton on the D-line. So we got 2 defensive linemen, got a QB, a wide receiver, a running back. And we're not too bad. We're not too far off here. We're all right. What about wide receiver? Wide receiver's falling off hard here. Do we have any chance at someone halfway decent? Dante Hall, TJ Hoosh, Javon Walker. Ooh, I don't like this. Oh, look, Dallas Clark. He's a rookie, too. Oh, no. What do I do? You know what? I'm going to take Antonio Gates. I know this is super reach, but I'm just starting to take players I want, not even pure value, just players I want. But they're good value. It's not like they're not good value. I'm just kind of, I'm pushing it a little bit, you know? We're going with a lineman, Jordan Gross. I'm just taking players, dude. I don't even have a method anymore. Damn it, Philip Buchanan, super fast. Always a return man for me, obviously. He's going to be our corner 1 for now. It's only not even round 10, and I'm already drafting players well under 70 overall. Damn, as a Packers fan, I want to go Campman so bad, but he's just, I can't, man. That wasn't even intended to be a joke. I just, you know, it kind of, the opportunity rose to the occasion, right? Ron Edwards, go DT. DT's not that hard to draft. It's really actually really easy to develop, rookie and whatnot, but, you know, I'm just not really seeing the players I want for the most part. How does that last name get through, by the way? I'm just curious. We found a guy named Kato June. I really don't remember that name. I don't know if he was just a promising player that didn't work out, or I'm just stupid, but I don't really remember that name, recognize it at least. We need another wide receiver, don't we? Is there anyone that's like halfway decent still? Probably not. Brandon Lloyd. Stallworth. Ooh, we kind of sold a little bit here, didn't we? Oh, by the way, it definitely appears that we reached very, very hard on Gates, by the way. Thankfully, Gates is a little bit of a higher overall at 81, so he probably would have went maybe like 7, 8, 9, 10 range, but yeah, we pushed that one a bit. I'm going to go with an offensive lineman, Brandon Moore. I'm not really liking the wide receivers too much. Build up an offensive line and, just draft a wide receiver, I guess. Calvin Pace has been here a while, and he hasn't moved. I'm just going to grab him. He's the best youthful player we got. I can't do much more about it. Aaron Campman just went 25-year-old, 79 overall star. So putting that into perspective, I think we did pretty well for ourselves. We have the D-line set. We have a linebacker. Need more, but it's rounding out a little bit. And as a Packers fan, I'm going Nick Barnett. I do not care, to be fair. He is one of the best and only options, really, at middle linebacker at this point. And we do find ourselves a hidden dev, Eugene Wilson, to be playing free safety for us. So there's that. Safety is a position that I usually struggle to draft and develop. So maybe we got ourselves a long-term one. And guess who? Gary Brackett. Add to the Colts. The human brain does scare me, though. Like, why it's not like Gary Brackett was a bad player by any means, but why I even remember he was a Colt, though, I'll never know. And honestly, the wide receiver options are pretty limited. Antonio Bryant, I can't remember. That name is so familiar, though. Played for a couple of teams, had 2 1,000-yard seasons with Cleveland. I knew he was a Brown. Oh my. I remember that in my head. I didn't want to say it because I don't want to sound dumb, but okay. And the draft is getting pretty desperate out here. Kwame Harris is going to be our left tackle. He's tall, which is cool, but still missing 2 linemen minimum, and even Harris probably needs to be replaced. It's not pretty, but Casey Rabach, I guess. Rabach. I completely forgot that we didn't get Nnamdi Asomugha. Oh no, our corners suck. I was thinking in my head, I was like, so we have Nnamdi Asomugha and Phillip Buchanan. Frank Walker, what are you worried about? But no, we don't have those options. Phillip is the damn number 1 on the team. All the safeties are terrible, so I'm going to go with the slow Brian Scott. Ugh, what a disaster. Then we're going to get ourselves a backup running back, Chester Taylor. I thought he was a little fast in this, no? I mean, sure, whatever. The Viking. And based on talent and age, Seabass is going to be our kicker. That's, your typical generational draft kicker. So it works out for me. Then I think after we get this punter and then a fullback, we're basically done. I don't know who the best option here is based on age. Oh, Shane Leckler for sure, probably 27. 26, Shane Leckler and Seabass. Why not? Oh, those Raiders. Those Raiders. Do we need a fullback? Well, maybe we don't need one, but we're going to go for one anyways. Lorenzo Neal. Tony Richardson. I mean, keep going, I guess. Lorenzo Neal at 30. Do we have any options that are a little bit... I mean, we're not going to probably re-sign our fullback anyways. Is there a younger option that I also like? Not particularly. So I guess we're going to go Lorenzo Neal as our option. 30-year-old Lorenzo Neal. Boom. But to my knowledge, I think we have everyone set, and the rest, I mean, the draft is just... Okay, I guess we could use one more wide receiver. The draft is a disaster. Center and wide receiver, it's the disaster of the draft after pick, like, honestly, 10, maybe 15. But it is deeper than most classes I've seen that are, like, Legends-based, so I've seen worse. Definitely seen worse, at least as far as depth goes. Screw it, why not? David Tyree, that's our wide receiver 3. We're going to probably need to grab 2 or 3. In the draft, wide receiver number 2 or 3, not 2 or 3 wide receivers. I think Reggie Wayne's fine. What about this damn center position? I just need one more lineman. Just give me somebody halfway decent, would you? Fane? How old is he? Welcome. He's also small for, a guard, sort of. So let's put him at center anyways. And the draft is done. Let's sim the draft. Set up our lineup and see what we're working with. All right, this might have been a bad trade, but I ended up trading a 3rd-round pick with Scott for Doss, who's a 22-year-old, 74 overall hidden dev strong safety, who's also a rookie. Another chance to win Rookie of the Year with somebody on this team, hopefully. But that is going to be our one trade. Maybe shouldn't even have done that, but at the same time, we're not guaranteed to be terrible like our other rebuilds, where we kind of have a challenge going on. But I still suspect we probably will be a top 10 drafting team. So that was a pretty big cost just to swap for Dev. Oh, would you look at that? Dwight Freeney with the free X Factor upgrade. I was starting to get a little annoyed because we had 8 breakouts and none of them hit, but we got one of those ones where he just gets it for free. Seems like the good draft pick over Julius, just saying. Oh, damn, he actually hit his extra goal, too. 4 to finesse, power move, and block shedding. That's insane. As we're about to head into the re-signing portion, I wonder, like, could he even have gone up those ratings? Probably not, right? Like, block shed, yes. I think his power move would have been already... I mean, he's insane. I don't know. Whatever happened, he's just goated, so it doesn't really matter what he gained. He's already maxed. We have $142 million. Gates needs a contract. Yes. Wilson needs a contract. Probably. Roma needs a contract. Yes. Griffin, I don't know. So the guys we said for sure, and then I don't know about anyone else. Neil as well. 2-year deal. 2-year deal for Neil. If it didn't rhyme, he wasn't getting the contract. Just the way it is, you know? Fantasy draft rebuilds are just goated because it's so easy to resign everybody. It feels like nobody's mad at you, and it's just like everything's going well. Tony Roma, I don't even know how well he's playing here, but screw it, dude. He's a giant for life of all the freaking teams. Fair enough. Everyone else, see you later. So the playoffs, I have no idea if we're in them. We simmed like 4 weeks away. We were looking okay, but I have no idea how they finished. Way better than I thought. At one point, we were 5-5. We go 11-6. We did change the defensive scheme, but not the offensive scheme. We got that Giants scheme, baby. Okay, maybe the Giants are actually not so bad after all. Okay, I can live with it, especially if Tony Romo wins Rookie of the Year. I can really live with it. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if he's winning Rookie of the Year with that. Portis was great. Looking at the receivers, Reggie Wayne was great. Great. I almost hit the Reggie Wayne. Who did that? That was one of the announcers. Man, I can't remember who it was. I'm gonna have to stop right now and figure it out. For some reason, I couldn't find it. I don't know how that's even possible. Like, it should be like the most viewed clip of all time, like millions of views. Freeney, 16.5 sacks, pace 11.5 as a rookie. Okay, Rookie of the Year, hopefully. Barnett with some moves. Don't do it, Barnett. I would much rather have pace. Seabass is great. Leckler, almost 55 yards per punt. What a dude. Let's take a look at the yearly awards. MVP goes to Peyton Manning, or I should say Peyton Manning. That one commercial, I don't know. But let's go over to our side, see if we got Rookie of the Year. Please. No, not even close. Number 6. 8 and 9. Defensive, we didn't even get it because of Terrell Suggs. Oh, that's such a scam. Hopefully he still goes up anyways. Best QB, obviously not. Running back at number 3, so that's Pro Bowl. Wide receiver 7 for Reggie Wayne. O-line, no. D-line at 6 and 10. Best linebacker at 10. Best DB, no. Kicker at 2. But year 1 already in the playoffs. Little surprise. Oh my God, the Packers at 8 and 9. They obviously had to win the division, right? 8 and 9 is crazy work, especially as a home team. But here it is with the Giants' offensive scheme. Once this team wins a Super Bowl year 1, that would definitely be very unexpected. As we are gonna be seeing the Packers score their first points of the game, 7-3. Now 14-3. The Packers are having a good start. We get a nice bounce back. They do not score before half. We get a touchdown after half, so we're up by 3. It's a tied game again. Up by 3 again. Tied game again. Packers have a chance. They do go up by 3. They get the touchdown. It's 27-23. The Giants defense can hold on, which I don't know if they're going to do. They don't. 12-yard touchdown by Tom Brady. Who would have thought? Who would have thought Tom Brady would have clutched up? Of course, it's against the Giants, so, you know, Brett Favre kicking the ball off. It's something. Definitely something, but sure. Well, you have anywhere on the field, right? You've literally anywhere on the field to get this touchdown. But that is a lot easier said than done. Corner strike. I mean, we need something like really far on the double in. Tyree. Imagine Tyree's the guy to save the day. All right. Reggie Wayne underneath. I should say Wedgie Wayne. I mean, there's nowhere else to go. Could you imagine David Tyree over the helmet? That would have been insane, though. It was actually a really close representation almost, but yeah, not going to happen, unfortunately. And we don't have to worry about what if the Giants win a Super Bowl year 1, because that's just not going to happen. Look at the numbers. Of course, Roma only threw a pick because we did, but it was obviously desperation mode. So not a bad game. They just weren't consistent enough, didn't put up enough points earlier on in the game. We were kind of scrambling near the end. But, yeah, I mean, it was a good try. It was a good try. We lose to a team that might have been a lower record than us, but probably an equal to higher overall. I already kind of forgot. That record just went right to my head. I was like, 8 and 9? Didn't even pay attention to their overall. And, yeah, not by much, but they do have our overall beat by a little bit. Let's take a look at what kind of dev-ups we have, what our end season XP was. Romo not going to get the dev up, but obviously we had to give him the 7-year. Even if he had the worst season of all time, you got to give him a 7-year 40, because if he is good and he is the guy, you basically have the best team for the next 7 years, because you have a freaking cheaper than rookie deal contract with that kind of re-signing. So you take that chance every day of the week, even if he's not the guy. As you have the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl over the Jets. The freaking Jets is kind of crazy. 84 overall, not a bad glow up. Any dev ups on offense? We do see one for Mr. Clinton Portis, 93 overall. I did focus our draft scouting on the wide receiver position, number 26. Actually kind of feeling like Saquon Barkley a bit here, kind of built like him. But wide receiver position, what did Bryant develop to? Wow. Did he even go up at all? I thought he was already. I thought he was a 76. Did he go down in overall? I think, to be fair, he might have been 73, and I'm mixing them up. I don't know, but defensively, Pace does still go to star. I think Barnett also went up in dev. I think Juno, he was normal, right? Or star, right? I think he was hidden. But Nick Barnett goes to star, which is awesome. Anyone else? What about that strong safety in 79 overall? I mean, that's better than what we would have had, I would assume, if we would have kept the other fella. Juno, or June, I keep calling him Juno. He was actually star already. I figured he was hidden. I couldn't remember, but I was pretty confident. Gary Brackett didn't really go up too much, but we have Pace, who had a great year, go to star development trade. He's an 82 overall already. Really good block shed. I mean, just get a guy that's good at speed rushing, and if that's their archetype, well, they're a 99 overall by the end of it. It's such a good upgrade. It's crazy. Romo goes up 10 full overalls, I believe, as well. Deep accuracy still struggling mightily, but could it be a nice glow up again next season? Maybe go even further in the playoffs. Gonna be drafting wide receiver if there's one there, because once again, we actually had finished way better than I thought we were going to. Did John Randall retire also as a Viking, which is kind of crazy? Let's take a look at the negotiations. I think we took care of them all, but in case somebody slipped the cracks or we have a change of heart. But no, we will not have those things. Free agency is probably going to be pretty mid, but yeah, Mike Allstott. I didn't even see. Where was Mike Allstott? I did not see him at all. Oh, to be fair, he might have went higher. I didn't think about that, but we did kind of draft a little later for a fullback, so maybe he just went higher. But yeah, that's what you're going to normally see in free agency. A bunch of running backs and then some older DBs. Running back, fullback, older DBs. That's usually the best you're going to get, which means no thank you. So, shockingly, there's actually some pretty good wide receivers here. A big shock is the fact that they're both still here. I was expecting one of them to go. It's hard for me to tell who's better, though, because it says Black. He's a round 1 talent, very fast. But then you look at some of these key ratings on Shields, and I'm like, huh? How is this guy not the better player? And he's also really tall. I really don't know who's better. You have a C awareness for Shields. What does Black have for awareness? A to B. I mean, I like the route. I think they're both good, but I got to go True Talent. True Talent 1, please. True Talent 8. Hidden Dev, that's all that matters. I do not care if the other guy's higher Dev. That is all that matters to me. Nice. And then, of course, the cornerback I looked at, he's around 1 True Talent. He skipped the combine, but is obviously very fast based on that left side. I'm going to try to trade up with the Falcons. I don't know if it's going to happen. If I can, trade, an actual player, maybe it would be a little bit better, but I don't know if that's going to happen either. I was going to trade him Frank Walker, and I'm like, you know what? What's even the point? Even if that guy's round 1, if he's normal Dev, you could argue the guy we have now is just as good anyways. Maybe I don't trade up or do anything. I really want the corner, but I don't really need him. I think we actually had a pretty good... maybe we'll throw some linemen in there or something. I don't know. We'll see what we can do with it. But I think our corners are actually not terrible. I was like, you know what? This is actually a decent little, group of players. Maybe I can make this trade out. Nope. And the Browns are giving me the type of trade I like. It's not my favorite comp, but we are getting, a really high third-round pick, and that's really where I wanted to be. If I want to go for multiple linemen, I kind of need to get as many draft picks as possible. The guard, Hitchcock, is still there. I think that is going to be the move. Linebacker's on the list, but honestly, we probably don't need one. I mean, Gary Brackett didn't develop because he's not really playing much. If we get a new guy, they won't play much either. Hitchcock, I don't really like some of the ratings, but one a true talent, and he's good at pass blocking, so could be a future tackle or something like that. 48 true, hidden dev, he's a lot worse than I thought he was going to be based on the true talent, but that's fine. We trade a bunch of quantity from this and next year for a bit of quality from the Bengals. Definitely got scammed a little bit there, but we were trying to move up pretty high using low capital. With this trade up, I'm going to be taking linebacker Cameron Barkley, who looks really, really fast. Automatic starter no matter what his dev is, no matter what his overall is. 35 true, and it's hidden. So yeah, that was a good trade up for sure. If there's anyone else we want, we could trade up using bracket, but I don't know if there's anyone we want. I'm going to move to the 4th. If any of the linemen are there, which they're not going to be, I'd trade up, but I don't need to. Ford looks actually decent. 6'1", 4.38. Yeah, I mean, why not? Let's trade up for Ford. Oh, they actually take it, a 7th round pick in bracket for that 4th round pick. Jeffrey Ford, a little bit of speed. 78 true talent. Normal dev. I was kind of thinking hidden, but that's fine. To the 7th round we go. And here is the draft recap. 76 overall for the wide receiver. Looks pretty good. Hitchcock, 73. Middle linebacker, 74. Ford, 71. Nice. Okay, so Barkley is going to be our new... He really should be our left outside linebacker because that is the position that plays more. Gets that rookie of the year. Has a great year. That's what we're going to do. His dev is star. New starting left out. June is going to be playing right out. Looking at Taj Black. 21, 6'3". Looks great. Deep route's not the best, but he looks great. Wide receiver 2. Get ourselves a nice complimentary. I mean, you say that. We say that, but oh, and he's a superstar. Not really complimentary. He's more or less the guy that Reggie Wayne should be complimenting because he's huge. He is like the guy you need to put 2 or 3 on. Not that Reggie isn't, but yeah, that guy's going to catch everything on one person. He's just too big, too strong. As far as Hitchcock goes, I mean, I guess right guard's our biggest need, sort of. Need as many linemen we can get, but that's about as good as we're going to get for the first draft, I think, which, I mean, I think was really good. Got that wide receiver. It's not easy to grab a guy that good, yet we did. I think it was Shields that we were going to go for. If not, oh, we dodged up. He's a really good player, though. That's the thing. This is what I thought. I thought he was the better player. I just, ironically enough, didn't know whose dev it was, and it was, we were right. We got it right. Season 1 definitely exceeded expectations, us making the playoffs and kind of coming close to winning a first game. I know it was an 8-9 Packers team, but still, they had a higher overall than us. They have a Packers scheme, which is really solid in the game. So year 2, feeling pretty hopeful. A better team, obviously Romo 10 overall is higher. We have a wide receiver 2 that should, especially with Superstar Dev, at least get to 81, 82 by the end of the year. O-line, a little bit better with Hitchcock playing left guard. Still need a new center. Arguably new left tackle. Harris is already 24, I believe. Gates looks solid at tight end 1. Defensively, we have nobody under star dev. Could still be some positions we look to switch up, though. Edwards, what age is he? Oh, my God. I thought he was like 26. He's a god. Never mind. Yeah, the team looks good. Will the scheme allow us to cook, though? That's the question. We're having a damn impressive season. Reggie Wayne needs a contract, but he is he's being a meanie, all right? He's got a lot of red interest there. Moore, definitely. Barnett, for sure. Edwards, yeah. Robak, no. Bryant, maybe, but probably not, because we have Tyree, who's got like 2 more years on his contract. They're about the same overall, so who cares? He's number 3 now anyways. But let's try to get these contracts in. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pull it off without spending like all of the money. That's what I'm spending. Thank you. $30 million per for Reggie Wayne is probably fair. I'm just trying my best not to say Wedgie Rain. I think that's how the announcer said. I didn't even remember who it was, and I couldn't find it for some reason. Well, he said no. Really? Okay. I see how it is. Nick Barnett, I think at 22 years old, 81 overall, he's good long-term. 10 mil per year over 7 is crazy cheap. Edwards, give me another situation where we do that as well. 7-year, 87.5. We have 97 mil left, and we just paid like, I don't even know, like a fifth of our players, something like that. Fifth of the players we really want to keep, so pretty impressive. We were having an amazing year. I have no idea how we finished. Last time I finished good when I didn't expect us to, so is this going to be an opposite situation? Or is it not? Still rock that Giants playbook because I felt like we did pretty well. Wow. Okay, I mean, it's not absurd that we didn't get the first round bye, but you'll kind of see in a moment why I'm like, well, maybe it is. Maybe it is a little absurd, actually. Because look at the start we had. We ended up losing 3 of the last 4, which lost us the bye week, meaning that we do have to play in the wild card round, meaning we could technically, with a start like that, have the exact same result as last year, losing to another 8-9 team. What is revoke the 7th seed? It's not working out. Imagine what this team could do, though, if we had a real scheme. Look at Black cooking up. We're doing this with a passing attack that just looks like crap. D-line, though, Hampton, crazy. Freeney, crazy. Maybe not crazy, but good. Pace, good. Edwards, really good. 6 picks for Buchanan. He's a superstar. Seabass was great again. Leckler was great again. Looking at the kick return, punt return game, about the same. I do want to see Julius Peppers. I don't know where the hell he went, but I got to assume he has more sacks than 11. Even if he's in a 3-4 right now as a D-end, he probably has more than that. Where even is he, though? I don't see him. Julius is a cold. Okay, interesting. We did have only 8 sacks. Year 1 was great, but less sacks than we've had so far. Fair enough. But here we go against the LA Rams. We're a higher overall. We're a higher win-loss ratio team. But we have Tony Romo in a bad offensive scheme. This team is being carried by the defense and the run game. Sort of like when Saquon was still here, even though the carry was to still not very good. 17-14. Right at halftime is going to remain the score. We're up by 10. Oh, but they scored. We scored right back. It's a 14-point game. I don't think they're going to have enough time. They get the touchdown. They don't get the extra point, and they run out of clock. We do move on. So even though we didn't get the bye week, we still get to the divisional round at least. Brunel was terrible. Is he actually a lefty in this or no? Wonder if, who would he even use? Tua, probably? Clinton Portis was great. 2 touchdowns, 140 yards, 10 yards per run average, attempt average. Black was solid. Everyone else wasn't. Defensively, anything? Willie McGinnis and Dwight Freeney with a half for Pace and Edwards. Picks for Strickland, Barkley, and Nick Barnett. And then the kicking was pretty good outside of Jay Feely, missing an extra point. He's a really good kicker, so that's kind of a shame. Divisional round, what do we got cooking up? The Packers. That was the team we just lost to. They're 12-5. They are much better than they were last year, but we're still a higher overall. And Sebastian Janikowski actually is lefty, which is pretty sick. I don't know how many kickers are lefty. Can you actually edit that now? Or could you always do that? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've kind of edited rosters, but it used to be where you couldn't change their dominant hand. Didn't think you could change their dominant foot either, and couldn't change devs or anything like that. And if they were injured, you couldn't do anything with them either. So maybe they've changed some things, or maybe he found somebody that's lefty. I don't know. But here we are, 7-7. Maybe, why do I feel like Cardi's lefty? Is he? I don't know. 17-7 though. 24-7. We're getting our revenge against these Packers quickly. 24-7, 31-7, still 31-7, and we're headed to the championship round, taking quick care of these Green Bay Packers. Let's see it. Romo outplaying Brady by a lot. Wow, Brady did not have a game. Clinton Portis, very good consistency. Average performance from the receivers, nothing jumping out the page. Pass rush, we were better. Interceptions, they had one with Scott. Seabass got one blocked, and then the punters both went ham. 7 punts total for 57 yards per punt, basically. That is wild. These guys were bombing lasers down the field. Anyone but the Cowboys, that's really the OP scheme on the NFC. Although I will say, Seattle, they stole our first-round bye. They look good. Wow, Priest Holmes with over 2,000 yards total. That's kind of insane. Not by much. It's literally 2001, but still. It's actually 2004. Zing! But yeah, they obviously took our bye week, didn't have to play it. Went against Tampa, won by 2. I like that. They only won by 2 in a pretty low-scoring game. I feel pretty promising about this. Problem is, they are the highest overall we've faced. All right, for all the marbles. Wow, Seattle took no time. We scored pretty quickly back, too. It is now a 14-14 game. Some of these scores have been so quick. Look at that long touchdown. Halftime, 21-14. This game has been insane back and forth. But right now, we're pulling away hard, and we are going to continue pulling away as the team finds a way to score 45, which only allowed 21, and they're headed to the Super Bowl. Imagine it's against the Patriots. Tony Romo, not a great game, but a very efficient one. Didn't throw a pick. Brett Favre, 50% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Portis was great. Taylor was great, too. Wow, that was actually really impressive. 2 guys at about 100 yards each. Taj Black was solid. Reggie Wayne was solid. Let's take a look at the defense. Sacks for Hampton, Edwards, 1 for Clemens, half for Freeney and Pace, a pick for Eugene Wilson, Akers missing a kick for a block. Not that it really mattered. They needed a lot more than that missed field goal to win. Needed like damn 10 of them. Not quite the Patriots, but another historic AFC franchise, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's take a look at the potential dev-ups we had. Romo definitely not. His numbers have been so mid. Black was already superstar, not that it really matters. He is an 87 overall already. Starting the rookies matters a lot. Starting a rookie that also happens to be a superstar right away, yeah, pretty good glow-ups. We've seen plenty of guys where they're normal or star and they don't come anywhere near that. But let's take a look at the defense now, where we see Barkley. Was he already a superstar? Philip Buchanan definitely wasn't. We knew he was going to go up in dev, though. 6 interceptions. And Barkley, with Rookie of the Year, goes up to superstar. So a couple of dev-ups. Nothing major, but obviously better than none. Definitely better than none, as we are going to be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. 13-4 versus 13-4. Can we win it all? To the end of the game, can we beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 7-0? It's a really long drive. Did get 7, though. Steelers, they get 3. A lot of stops. Yeah, the field position alone is going to give the Steelers a score. Our offense is really struggling here, but right now it's only a 3-point game because the defense is holding on. It's a 4-point game right now. The defense really carrying this game. But right at the end, I thought they weren't going to get it. With a little bit of time left, the team will get that tying score. We're here now on offense with a chance, if we want to risk it, to go for the game winner. They're playing outside there. I'd rather go flood drive. If we can get 10 yards of play with these timeouts, we give ourselves a chance. Let's see Portis, who will not decide to come back in the field. We gain 0 yards, 5 seconds. Nice. We're going to go back to the same look. See if maybe this time they will actually give it to us. Reggie Wayne on the inside. I really wish it was Black because it's safer of a throw if it's Black. We're going to take Black. Speaking of, I did not know he was going to do that, but we do get out of bounds. Problem is we have 3 timeouts still and 10 seconds left to use them, so not really going to get much use out of those timeouts, I don't think. Let's go Black straight down the field. I know you have Bryant there too, but that's a tough one. You got to go for it. And he holds on! Go down! What are you doing to the 33? A field goal wins it. I don't want to be the reason why, but I've already done it, right? Seabass for the win. Did you see that kick? It went like 10 yards. Go for the Hail Mary instead. He's not hitting this thing. Do I let the AI kick it? I'm going to let the AI kick it. I don't even care. Sebastian Janikowski for the win. And he hits it. The Giants are Super Bowl champions. The Steelers, punched in the gut because they get the tie. There's only 24 seconds left. We're struggling. It's almost like we're about to throw a turnover. How bad we were playing those couple of plays, and then we found a way. Oh, my God. The catch from the rookie Black? Are you kidding me? The guy just snagged it and then refused to go down. It's like he didn't realize the situation, and he felt like if he goes down, the game's over. And he just kept fighting. Thankfully, he finally went down because, man, we almost ran out of time from him breaking tackles. But instead, he clutches up. Seabass clutches up. And we're going to win on the leg of Sebastian Janikowski. What a play. 27-24. The Giants are Super Bowl champions once again. And we're going to go for 2 more seasons. See if we can become a dynasty. That was a really bad juke move. If we needed that, timeout, if we, needed to get out of bounds, that would have been clutch. But, yeah, look at that throw to Clinton Portis. What a play. Look at him. He didn't want to go down. What are you doing? Unbelievable game, though. Can we actually watch that play back? It was a hell of a catch. It was really something special. It was a great throw by Romo, too. As soon as this, I don't even know who 43 is there. It's not Troy. As soon as, that opening was there, we stepped in hard, maybe even too early. He's going up high. We're going down low. And then he's like, oh, you want the ball up higher? Okay, here you go. What a play, dude. Let's take a look at those stats, though. McNair definitely outplayed Romo, a guy we were actually, I was thinking if we had a chance, McNair could have been the guy. But Romo with a touchdown, 0 interceptions. Portis, 1 touchdown, 90 yards. Black, obviously, clutching up. Don't worry about it. He's just the guy. He's been the guy the whole playoffs, too. Dwight Freeney with 3 sacks. Hampton with 1. Half for Thomas and Peterson. No picks, no missed kicks, and, it all mattered. Even a missed field goal, missed extra point could have changed this game drastically. So, wow. What a game. What a clutching at the end. And we do win a Super Bowl in year 2. That's a really good turnaround for this team. Not really even a turnaround because we were just drafting a fantasy draft team. But that's a good start as we have 2 more seasons to try and do even better. Let's get to the offseason. Any improvements in free agency? Sort of. I'll actually take this center. I know he's 33, but I don't care. I need a center, and our center currently has, like, no real progression chance anyways. So, yeah, I'm down with that. Reggie Wells as well, 25-year-old. Not looking bad. Bryant, that was our player, obviously. We let him go. I offered him a 3 or 30, and he didn't end up taking it, so what can I do about it? Wells. How good is Reggie Wells? Reggie Wells. He is actually solid. I don't know what his, sacks allowed look like because he's a tackle. It would really be cool if 1 year that was fixed, but I'm going to skip on him because it doesn't seem to matter. Got a brand new center, though. 85 overall, looking fresh. It's a huge improvement. As far as what we want to do in the draft, maybe a left tackle still because of Harris. But outside of that, I think we're in a really good spot. New center, and even Harris, he's 77 overall. So new center is here. Still look for a new center for the future, though. And then maybe a left tackle. Everyone else on offense looks great in my book. And then defensively, who do you need? Free safety. Wilson's not really developing, even though we just gave him a long-term deal, which kind of makes me sad. Free safety, 2 linemen. That's it. All right, we're in the draft with pick 32. We know that we need linemen and we need safety, but realistically, neither of those we really, really need right now. Just could use them, I suppose. Let's take a look at what we got. So we got a bunch of 2 to 3, 3 to 4 linemen. I say 3 to 4. Well, I guess there actually is a bunch of 3 to 4. Oh! So we have Casey, who is a top 5. I did not expect him to A, even be here still, and B, be that good. Super speedy. He's got the zone coverage. That's our new free safety, dude. He's perfect. True talent 4. Normal dev. Don't care. He's our new starting free safety. Welcome to the team, buddy. Now we move on to 32 in the second round, where we're probably going to be taking a lineman of some sort. But if there's more depth at safety, which there is, 5'9" Buckhalter, it's hard to pass on a 5'9" player, even though he's slow as hell, because they always just have all the depth. I don't know why. Marcus Franklin. Marquise, I'm not sure. We also have the offensive line. A lot of linemen here. A lot of choices. I'm thinking Harris because he's 6'5", 305. You can kind of play him where the hell you want. He's really good at pass blocking, sucky at run blocking. These are the GOATs. These are the best linemen you can get. They're always hitting. They're always great. Just take a guy that can't run block, and you've got yourself a hidden lineman every time. I just spend so much time slow simming, okay, let's make sure we don't lose one of the linemen, and then the best lineman I have left is a day 3, and I'm just wasting my time. Steven Whiteman, right? It feels like there should be an R in there, and there's not. It's hurting my eyes. It's hurting my brain. That's who we're going to be taking. 36 true, hidden dev. That's another one. Day 3, 2 to 3, or 1 to 2 true talents, almost always hidden as well. Because they're like, haha, we're going to slip in a gem there, despite the fact that if you want O-lineman, the best thing you could ever do is just focus scouting, inside linemen. Maybe we'll do you guys probably know how to draft and scout by now, but maybe we'll do an updated scouting video. I've seen a couple of people, come back to that kind of video we did and be like, hey, this actually is really good. This works. Maybe he was being sarcastic, and I'm going to look like the biggest fool in the world right now, but if not, we know more than we did. Oh, nice. Hidden dev for Blanton. I drafted this guy to potentially be safety. Okay, sweet. But yeah, we know even more than we did before. Really, it's so easy. It's so cheese. You don't even really need to put that much, thought into it. You really just, you simulate when they ask you, your focus scouting and all that, what you want to do. Whatever position it is, just load up on that. And you literally get, 99% of that position solved. Of course, if you have more than that, maybe you don't want to do that, but there's also positions that you just kind of know what you're looking for, right? Running back, speed in general is all you really need. And then, some of those other ratings just kind of show up anyways. Darius Jackson, is this UDFA round? Or was that the 4th round? Should I have traded back? No, this is the 7th round, isn't it? What round are we in? Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And then pick 32, we're going to go, I don't know. We don't need a fullback. I was going to say fullback. We don't need it, though. Something. It's all corners. Please stop. Bruton? He's okay, but I think I'd rather look at wide receiver, do the pro day, scoot on over. Really not looking at much speed, but enough, I guess, from Claiborne to take him. Great speed, probably 94, 95 range, 93. It's good enough. Now for the moment of truth, that corner that's going to be playing free safety. Really? Only a 76. Okay, so this was not a great pick. It was pick 32, though, so it's... I mean, look at the zone coverage. Really athletic. It's not the worst pick we've ever made, but True Talent 4 was very misleading here. True Talent 4 is usually a little bit higher than that, but hey, he's not bad by any means. Corey Webster, look at him, 23. That's what Corey Webster wore, right? 23? I don't even remember. We need a center. We got a center. We need... I mean, maybe left tackle, perhaps, but even that, probably don't need it, but hey, that's where we're going to be playing this guy, and everybody happy. John Kitna, dude. That is a name drop. I don't know why. I always kind of liked watching him. I don't know. Maybe it's just because, like, he kind of helped the Packers out a lot, so maybe that's why. I don't know, but, yeah, that's a name drop for sure. I don't know why the Falcons are giving me such a good trade here, but I am not against it. Feign the 77 overall for a star to have 23-year-old, 72 overall wide receiver, and a 4th-round pick. I mean, honestly, they could have kept the 4th-round pick, and I would have been like, yeah, why not? Give me a star to have wide receiver. I'm not against it. How bad is he, though? Was it 4? No, it's Roman Davis. He's not great, but he's not terrible either. He's also on, like, super young and a rookie contract. Looking good. I mean, that's a good trade. All right, here is the Season 3 team without the morale boost and all that. We've got, an 85 overall Romo, a 98 overall Portis, a 91 overall Reggie Rain. It's number 2 wide receiver. Black is an 88 overall. Gates is an 87 overall now. Let's take a look at what he's looking like. Pretty good, pretty good. He's not the greatest catcher, but he's very good at route running, and he's solid after the catch as well, which is pretty sick. Taking a look at the offensive line, it's getting there too, 88, 86, 85. Left side, not as great. 81 for Hitchcock. He's developed very quickly, whereas Harris might need to be replaced by Harris. Of course, defensive side of the ball, D-line looks really good. Pace, star dev, could go to superstar if he has another good season. Corners look great. You have the top 2, and then Blanton is a new cornerback. Looking at the safeties, Casey, I'm hoping for a dev up early, because he's got potential. It's just not hidden dev. He's like the only starter on the team that's not at least star. But, yeah, we just won the Super Bowl last year. The team's just as good, if not better. Why can't we do it again? Let's go for the 2-peat. $123 million. Buchanan obviously gets a contract. Hampton, yes. Taylor, sadly, probably not. Robin's going to regress hard, and we have a replacement for him, and Kitna's getting a 7-year deal. He's not really, but yeah, I don't know why. I want him on the damn team if I can keep him. 119 mil. These contracts are pretty straightforward, pretty easy to manage. We really haven't seen anything crazy, and obviously with Romo having the contract we gave him, everything should be good. Let's not pay that much. We don't need to. 3-year, 82.5. It's a lot of money, but he's also a lot of man. I regret saying that. Can I recant my statement? Please. I don't ask for much around here. And the Giants here are at 12-5. Portis the 3rd best back for yards, but it looked like the touchdowns were the highest for him. So what the team looked like. Really, really strong finish. Winning I don't even know, is that 6 of the last 7 stats? Let's take a look at them in more depth. Tony Romo, solid, 31 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, just over 4,000 yards. Portis, once again, ridiculous numbers, already an X factor though, so it's kind of a waste. Black was solid, Wayne was solid, Davis was pretty good, and then Gates kind of getting wasted with this scheme, but I want to try and see what we can do with this Giant scheme. Can they win another one with it? I mean, I guess we've already kind of proven ourselves with one of them, but which scheme do I move to? Seabass with one of his worst seasons yet, by the way. Leckler's too good to suck, but what do I move to without being OP like the Chiefs? I mean, I guess maybe we do it anyways. I don't know. You got Vic on the Jets, McNabb as a Cowboy, and, that's what happens there. Any awards for us? No. Oh, best running back, best O-line. Brandon Moore, that's a huge dev up, actually, which is great. Let's go into this playoff game, though, going off of the freaking 1-peat. Can we go to the 2-peat? Maybe win, 3 straight Super Bowls. Who knows? But the Chicago Bears, 84 overall. Another 8-9 playoff team. I don't know what's going on around here. NFC is just weak as hell, apparently. I suppose it would sort of explain why we've already won a Super Bowl with the Giant scheme. Not a scheme that usually does a whole lot in Sim. 6-0. Still 6-0. Still 6-0. Okay, it's not a... Yeah, I mean, the defense is doing what it does, but the offense proving me pretty much damn dead correct. The Bears think that a field goal is enough, and if they would have went for a touchdown there, They might have won because this was a really terrible showing from us. 14-11. I mean, that's horrible. Romo threw a pick. I mean, he got outplayed by Warner. I don't know what's going on around here, but Portis, 94 yards with a touchdown's great. Gates talked about how he's really not doing well in sim, and he had the best game of any of our receivers. Pace was great. Hampton, Freeney, half for Frank Walker. Interception for Lucas. Kicking was great from us. Really low-scoring game, but I guess it's at least we're on the winning side of it. And we have the Saints here. We are at home. 90 overall to their 86. Don't know who the top seed players were, but it's not us. We're not a top seed team, unfortunately. But high enough to get a home game, which is awesome. But let's take a look, see if we can get to the championship round where we're probably going to be back on the road. But first got to get past these Saints. We did not score well last week, so if the Saints could even put up like 20, I don't know if we can beat that. 6-3 so far. The Saints are holding their own. And right before out, they had a chance. They don't take it. And yeah, I think no matter what, even if we find a way to win here, we are changing this scheme. This scheme is just not doing it for me. I mean, this is like one of the best teams in the league, and this scheme is just, I mean, we look like crap. I mean, nice drive here. We're giving us a chance, but still, it's just like, what are we doing? 2nd and 4? I mean, you got to get the stop. Got to get the stop. I mean, run commit because they've already, you know, ooh, Brian Westbrook. I don't like that. And ooh, he loses a lot of yards. 3 yards lost there. I mean, the team has a chance. Kind of wish they were a little bit closer to go for this field goal. I'm not going to be running the run commit just in case they do throw it. I would throw it here if I was them, arguably. And that's really good coverage. Good lane assignment. Wow. This defense deserves a medal. They've held Brian Westbrook to 19 for 20. I mean, what's his overall? He's got to be in the 90s unless he's regressed because he's older. 91 overall, dude. Wow. And they're not really going to let you return something like this, so we're going to be trying to get this block with Casey. Come on. Not going to get it, and that punt is pretty good-ish to the 19. Maybe not. Asking for a miracle, but you do have that miracle in wide receiver Taj Black. Let's see if he can do it again. That man himself is a miracle. Can we do a post here? Right across the face of the safety. We might be able to hit this. We could, but wide open is Reggie Wayne, who gets out of bounds on top of it. Romo not even having a bad game. They're just not scoring enough. Of course, getting out of bounds there is massive because, you know, that stops the clock. We don't have to worry about, you know, the time going away. That's a pretty good throw, and Black's going to catch that as well. Their defense is shambling. They're going to booth review this. I don't know what the hell they even have to booth review. I mean, we were just trying to get in range for a field goal. Now we might be... This is not the play I chose, by the way. This is the one... Now we might be looking at potentially going for the touchdown. And there goes another one. It's a little overthrown. I'm going to need you to do a little bit better than that. I don't think Porter's going to be a good option, so I'm going to block him so I can kind of drop out there, and that's what I wanted to do. We get that ball up there, and Gates will catch it to the 20. Out of bounds again. Dave, of course, the one time we don't have Black in the slot. Oh, that sucks. Might go for the post. We're kind of getting in dangerous territory now where if we get caught inbounds, though. Oh, that's Gates. And he misses the throw. The crazy part is it wasn't even a bullet pass. It was like a touch pass, which I probably shouldn't even have done in the first place. That's a sell if I've ever seen it. Wow. Going back to the post with Black. Oh, that's my fault. Did not mean to do that. Now I'm a little scared because, once again, you know, every single play here is, like, really dangerous if we get caught in bounds. And I would rather just once again, see the post from Black instead of guessing. And then he misses the throw. Reggie's wide up. Am I missing this, or is this just Romo being ass? I don't know. We're going to say we had so many opportunities there, we just blew it. Hit the field goal, Seabass. Thank you. Overtime. They get the first down. Oh, my God. They are cooking us. Guaranteed we don't get the equalizer. I guarantee it. 4th and 10. For all the marbles. I really wish we weren't the ones in here. Flood. Reggie, they're not going to give us a curl route with. Let's see what we got. That's a perfect throw. Gates holds on. Clutches up. Back to the AI. I mean, you got to go for 2 if you get the touchdown here, right? Like, you can't trust the defense. It's giving up that score. What are they saying to do? They're saying not to go for this. That's kind of wild. Double slant from the left. Black on the hitch. Hitch option, I suppose. And who else but the new guy to score? Davis for the game winner. Who else would you trust? Who else? Look at the lineman getting in. He's booging. Perfect throw. Thankfully, he didn't hit a lineman in the head. And we're moving on. What a game from Romo, though. Both quarterbacks really killed it. Westbrook, 21 for 32 is crazy work on the defense. What a freaking game. Davis with 3 touchdowns. He's been unstoppable. Black with a great game, too. Defensively, Freeney and Simeon Rice both getting a bunch. You know, they're the guys. They're the top guys, top dogs. Unbelievable as we head to the championship round. We could do the two-peat championship round. Who is it? Don't be the Cowboys, man. Hey, the Dallas Cowboys. The ones that stole the division and the first-round bye from us. We have the higher overall. Let's see if this mid-scheme can get it done again. All right, going to the end of the game. Dallas scores 3. They get a stop. They get another 3. That's okay. We can live with that. We can live with it. I mean, a touchdown gives us the lead if we want to score one. There you go. Not a great first half, but we have the lead. Continuing to have that lead. Up by 2 only now. Dallas and both teams going back and forth here. Dallas is going to get that touchdown and the 2 point. 3 minutes left to at least take a tie game into overtime again. And unfortunately, Tony Romo has thrown an interception against his team. Let's see what can happen here with 34 seconds. It can be a lot tougher, but you do have that opportunity of them kicking the field goal, maybe missing it, maybe kicking a deep kick and not really getting much there. They lose a yard. This is going to be a doable field goal, though. I'd imagine they hit it. I think it was a little longer, 56, 57. That's usually when they kind of miss. 54, the AI is pretty solid from. Never mind. All right. I mean, we need 20 for another field goal. And Reggie Wayne has been unbelievable. He's been so good at it. It's just we miss the throw every time. The problem is they're not really giving us a look. And that is a lot of bumps, I'll say. Seabass's target line is 47, dude. I would love to see that kick. The game, rightfully so, is saying Seabass from 64 is what we're looking for. Rightfully so, though, like I said. Sideline gets out of bounds. Look at where we are. I don't like that. Oh, I like that, though. I like Antonio Gates getting up the field to the 20. That should be a chip shot now. All right, we've come in for some crazy ones, trying to make the comeback happen. We hit the field goal. Wow, who is this? Is this us? Oh, Tony. Yeah, well, there's that. Is that the second pick that guy has had, by the way? Tony Romo loves this guy. All right, I mean, they're going to have to punt it. A touchdown, any points wins it. Instead, it's another punt. No team wants to win. And with that first down, that's going to be it. Nope, it's not. 4th and 2, they get the run, and that will be it. Unfortunately, Tony Romo has absolutely crapped himself and the bed. 3 interceptions. There's no saving that. Damn. The worst part is I really don't think it's Romo. I think it's, once again, the scheme. It's just the scheme, dude. Like, we've seen guys... Of course, Sebastian missed, and so did Bryant. And was ours from at least, like, long? It was from long. Both were from long, at least. But we've seen, like, really low overall guys with the Chiefs scheme put up, like, 50 touchdown, 10 interception seasons. Whereas, you know, with the Giants scheme, you're just going to see L after L after L. It's just unfortunate. But I think for the last season, we're going to try something different. I don't know what scheme, but something else. You know, we've had we won the Super Bowl with the Giants. We got to the championship again with the Giants. I want to see how good this team really can be with a proper scheme. As we have the Cowboys and the Steelers. I mean, how many Super Bowls is that between them? Like freaking 12? Something ridiculous. And the winner is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's see, adjust lineup as we see no dev-ups on offense. I'm not really even surprised by that at all. And then defensively, I don't think we see any here either. I don't believe so. Barkley was already a superstar. I mean, even Casey's still normal dev. Gained 3 overalls from a full season as a starter. So as much as sometimes it feels like, wow, this guy really went really high, maybe those sliders need to come down a little bit, you see what happens from a normal dev guy who didn't have an elite season. He went 3 whole overalls. 76 overall rookie going 3 overalls is horrible. You know, so I mean, it is fair. It's just we usually put our guys in really good positions to succeed, and safeties are just kind of one of those tougher positions. I think we can do better than Robbins. I really do. Although at that price, can you? That's not Robbins. I also think Lorenzo Neal kept declining us. Robin stays on. Even if we don't start him, a 7 mil I can live with. I can trade him. I'll take the 3.5 loss. Lorenzo Neal, we offered him a 4.5. Wasn't enough. This time it was. Last time it was a decline. As we are heading into the final offseason of this rebuild. Let's see if there's any like crazy names. Some of the names that we all know and love. Ruben Brown. Okay, that's a big name. That's not even like a fat joke. That's just like, it's a high overall player. Fargus, Don Willis, Chester Taylor. Would be nice to have him back, but we're not really seeing anything spectacular from any specific player. I mean, I don't really think we need O-line, right? Our right guard went... Oh, yeah, we didn't even mention it, I don't think. But our right guard went up to superstar, I imagine. He won best O-line. He's already, like, damn near a 90. Our left guard's, like, probably 85, 86. We would need a left tackle. And you probably could argue that this guy has this perfect size for a tackle. And I think we've made the argument for ourselves. This is our new left tackle if we can get him. I'm going to offer him quite a bit of money here. He's 33 years old. Why not? They always say try new things. You want to try playing the blind side? It's way harder than guard. You down? Wow, the Bears are like, no, he's not down. He's down in Chicago, not New York. We'll see. Both huge cities. Some of the most popular cities in the entire world. Choose Chicago. Why not? Why not? 1 year, 30. Hey, sometimes you got to just blow the load. You know what I say? You know what I'm saying? That's clearly a very famous quote, obviously. Honestly, though, what do we need? Maybe another safety? It's just throwing darts and hoping one sticks at this point. It's just completely random. Got ourselves a new left tackle. Don't even really need him, but it's a massive upgrade in pure overall-wise. So, there we are with a 90-plus overall tackle. And, safety, once again, that's kind of it. Even that, you could argue, 79 overall, 22-year-old? Not really someone you need to replace. Backup running back, we can find one in free agency, I suppose. O-line looks great now. Let's take a look at the defense in general, though. I mean, right out, I guess, June. So we'll go outside linebacker and maybe another safety. We really don't need the draft. I mean, do you argue just trading for some, known player? But I don't really want safety that bad. So, who the hell do you take then? I don't think there is somebody. I guess we try to trade for a safety like crazy, and even that we just don't simply need. It's just kind of like a luxury trade. But regardless, we've had so much success in this one. There's really no point in doing anything after another season. So I'm willing to just throw caution to the wind, maybe even trade for someone we really like. Maybe Dawkins is still around at an okay overall. Problem is he's probably going to be 30, 31, X factor. Too expensive for a trade because we know he's going to regress. But the game's like, buddy, what do you mean? You're going for an X factor. Sharper. So we could go Sharper or B-Doc. Sharper's a little bit younger, but at this point, I don't really think I care. Roy Williams, maybe? Yeah, that's not happening, huh? This is where we stand on Ed Reed, by the way. It's not close. Hey, there we go. We trade June Whiteman, a first, second, and third this, and a third next year for Troy Polamalu and Will Witherspoon. As part of, an last-ditch effort to try and make the team as good as possible to win another ring. Of course, I'm not going to be drafting if all I got is 4th, 5th, and 6th, so we're going to move this along for, I don't know, some next year pick that's halfway decent. Is there any, crap quarterback teams? The Browns? They probably got, a really high draft pick, though, huh? Oh, that's not bad, actually. Can we get a second for this? Probably not. Actually, kind of close. 3rd and a 4th, it is probably undervalued, but sure, why not? Boom, draft is done. We are moving along to the final season. And for the final season, I'm actually going to go with the Jaguars scheme. We're going to try it out for the first 4 weeks, see how it goes. They got a lot of good wide receivers. They got a good running back. They got a good tight end. I feel like that's actually not a bad scheme offensively, right? Also, why is Witherspoon not the starter? Okay, that's better. He was the starter on the sub linebacker. Not sure what's going on around here, though. I kind of want him to be the number 1 here because he is the one that needs to dev up the most. All right, take a look at the re-signings. Portis, 5-year, 100. Okay, so now we're starting to get into some crazy contracts. 4-year, 80, much better, even though it's a lot of money anyways. Gross needs a contract. It's very gross, I will agree. Walker needs a contract. We probably could do better, but we're not going to. Doss, this is a point where Casey's going to take over, I think. And then Brown, if he's even around, maybe you re-sign him. But for right now, not too worried about that. You have other guys you have to re-sign, like Black. So, You got to be careful with how much money you got around here. And then Robbins is like almost guaranteed to retire on us. Ruben Brown, Tyree. I mean, it's really just like, do you want to keep Gross or not? Because obviously I want to keep pace. The youth is there. The seasons have been there. I mean, this is a lot of money, but it's not as much as it could be. So let's do a 6-year, 168. We have $70 million left. Gross, I don't want to pay too many linemen, but I think he is one I would pay. Maybe we shouldn't have done a 6-year. Should have done the 4-year. 44 mil. You know, you could do better at corner, but it's also a pretty cheap deal. So everyone else, I think, goes. You get yourself a new safety. We already got Casey. Harris doesn't need to start. Brown, even if he's good enough, I mean, we'll just get a new player. Technically, we already have a left tackle waiting anyways, so you really just need a lineman or two, and you're back to, you know, being in the running. Headed to playoffs. Can we get that bye week, though? Please, I don't ask for much. Screw the Cowboys. We can't. Wasn't even the Cowboys' fault this time. It was actually the Detroit Lions' fault. 12-5, not good enough. Am I in crack? Okay, yeah, I was about to say I was like, there's no way Portis only has 900 yards rushing. There it is. The number 1 running back in the league based on yards. Romo, yeah, that Jaguar scheme did pretty well, huh? Not bad at all. Wayne, really good. Black, solid. Davis, solid. Gates, solid. Not quite the 4 1,000-yard guys we were hoping for, but still a really good year. He was on the bottom, wasn't he? Yeah, nice. Give up more than double digits. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. More than close to double digits, like 10, 11. Might have been like 14. But look at the pass rush. Didn't change his defensive scheme at all. Pace, worth the contract. Should be going to superstar. Freeney's been unbelievable. Hampton, great. Edwards, solid. Interceptions are a little low. Sebastian's getting worse. What has happened? A freaking Janikowski out here. Bowler with another MVP. I can't believe the season, you know, the careers he's having here in this realm. Dwight Freeney, Defensive Player of the Year. Award wins anywhere else. Romo, number 2 quarterback. Portis, number 1 running back. Wide receiver at number 4. O-line at number 4 and 9. D-line at number 1 and 6. Looking at the best linebacker, no. Best DB, definitely not. And then best kicker, absolutely not. As, again, if we want a chance, we have to play in the wild card round against an 8-9/9-8 team. It's always the damn same. 8-9 or 9-8. Nothing more, nothing less. End of the game. Let's see it. Giants versus the Falcons. Falcons are leading. We tie the game up. They take a 3-point lead. We take a 4-point lead. They take a 3-point lead. And right now, we are at a standstill. Second half, we do get a touchdown to start. We're up by 4. We are only up by 1 now, but the chance to extend the lead, not going to see it. 2 points to go with 2 minutes to go. Field goal gives you the lead. The clock is running out. I don't like the situation. They're running the clock out. I understand. But at the same time, I don't like the situation at all. Of course, they have timeouts, so maybe that's what's happening here. Maybe Portis just wants to score a touchdown. And he gets a really nice juke move. As weirdly enough, they're not going to call a timeout here. Maybe they know the tricks as well. They're like, you know, they might actually mess up this clock management. Holy crap, EA, please stop. It does not take 20 seconds to move 4 yards. What is wrong with this game? Genuinely. Does anyone know? Do we have... I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to let that... If we miss a chip shot field goal, let it be. That's what was destined to happen. We win by 1. Genuinely, tell me why it takes that long. It's not like we switched to the field goal unit. Fair enough. If that was the case, I get it. Sort of. We have the same team out there. Romo tried to sell the game. Thankfully, we were just good enough anyways. Tell me why it takes more than 17 seconds to get to the line when you're literally 5 feet away. Can somebody tell me? Anyone at all? No? Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we were all in the same agreement of that's a joke. I don't understand that. I really just don't. We now move on to the divisional round. We've been making it to the championship at least almost every single season. We have 9 overalls on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have Peyton Manning at number 1 for their QB, 1 MVP right out the gate. Gayton Manning. Okay, I'm done. As we go to the end of the game, 7-0. Tampa leads. We always give up a lead right away, though. It's all tied up. They regain the lead. We retie the game up. They regain the lead. It's second half. We retie it up. They do not gain the lead. We actually gain the lead. It's a 7-point game. And the defense is going to carry enough, I think, for us to win by 7, as we're going to be headed on to the championship round again. And so are my batteries dead again. Am I the only one this unprofessional? Like, anyone else you watch, do they have the batteries ever cutting out? Like, probably not, right? To be fair, it's happened more often than it's ever happened for me, as Seabass tried to lose us the game right there at the end. But maybe it happens 4 times a Madden, which is, I mean, it's not that much. Some of you guys are like, 4 times a Madden. Okay, buddy. It's been like 4 times in the last month. Don't lie. I think 4 times a Madden is pretty on point. But we're moving on to the championship round. Forget the batteries. Forget anything. The Cowboys. Why is it always the damn Cowboys in that busted scheme? Donovan McNabb versus Tony Romo. Something we actually seen. Here we go. Man, I mean, I don't miss that NFL era. Like, I mean, I miss it, but it's not like, oh, man, the NFL sucks now. But it was so goated, though. Like, 10, 15 years ago, it was pretty goated. It was something to watch. Maybe it's just because the Packers had Rodgers, and it was like watching literally the greatest of all time play football, pretty much. But, you know, things are still pretty good right now. As this is a really close game, 23-all. The Cowboys are driving down for the game winner, and they look like they have it in the bag. And apparently they run out of time, or they missed the field goal. I don't know, but Dallas is just... They're a powerhouse in Madden, let me tell you. If they could play like they do in Madden in real life, I mean, they'd be goated. This team just needs 1 point. I mean, we're going to go for 2. You're crazy not to, right? The defense is played like crap. We just need 1 yard. I mean, the way they're playing this is definitely... I can't say definitely man, but Portis is going to be covered, I think. And he's not going to get it. Gates is going to be... He's not even going to catch it, and it's going to be short, and we lose the game. Oh, there might have been that early slant left to right, and instead we sell the Cowboys their scheme. Once again, EA just thinks they're the greatest ever. They've always got one of the best performing schemes every single Madden. They always are in the running every single Madden. Yet in real life, they're always losing in the first or second round if they make it. I don't know. EA's got a crush. It's crazy enough. I talked about it before, but Jerry Jones feels like the type of guy to have the ego where even though they don't do much in real life, he would actually pay EA to make their team better in the game. I kid you not. That's my opinion. I don't know. It's probably not true. It's probably just a complete lie, and EA is just the way they are, but it is weird that the Cowboys are always good in sim. Like, they're always good. And where is that in real life? Like, where? Like, as a Packers fan, I can admit that they're like the Packers in real life. But the difference is the Cowboys and their fans are always like, this is our year. Whereas Green Bay is like, we'll probably win the division, which we haven't really done lately, but we'll probably do that. But, yeah, the winner of the Super Bowl is the Jets, so maybe it's all irrelevant. But yeah, it's just like you expect some decent regular season, but you never expect a Super Bowl win. But either way, let's take a look at the team as we are headed out the door. Year 2 Super Bowl and just couldn't get back there. A lot of good runs, not good enough. Can't believe Romo didn't go up in dev after that though. Unfortunately, just stagnant. Really good overall though, so I guess it still worked out. Reggie Wayne, release isn't the best, but he obviously is a very talented wide receiver. As we now move over to Black, who I would hope is a higher overall or equal to, and he is equal to 93 overall, 6'3", only 24. Release sucks, but man, that short and medium route with all that catching outside of spec, really disappointed with that spec catch to be honest, but really, really good, obviously. O-line, I mean, the left tackle retires, the center retires. We weren't planning on re-signing him anyways, but Jordan Gross, finesse blocking, ironically enough, as a tackle isn't the best. Let's take a look at Gates. We kind of recently looked at him, but he's a superstar now. He probably has a little bit better at catching, you would hope. He is, not by much, but a little bit better. A little bit better, I suppose. But yeah, he's still obviously really, really talented. Did we look at Portis? I don't think we looked at Portis. We need to look at Portis. 99 overall, 27-year-old X Factor. Very athletic, great trucking, solid stiff arm, amazing juke, spin, and change of direction. Great break tackle, great carrying. You know, super fun player to use. I mean, when I was using Portis all the time, Santana Moss was super fun as well. So you got those two guys there. I'm going to go straight to Farini. Farini is just the guy I want to see the most. 99 finesse, 99 power move, 98 block shed, 95 tackle, 96 play rec, 91 strength, 89 speed. Once again, we didn't even get to look at it, but I wonder if we can see. What's that spin move? I am praying for a little Easter egg here. It's not even really an Easter egg, but just, you know, it would be cool to see if he had, like, crazy high spin move. Where is the spin? I don't even think it must have been in there and I just missed it. Spin move 46. I'm a little disappointed. I know it's a lot of work to do all these rosters, but come on. Throw me some spin move in there. Just a little bit. Anyways, let's continue with the D-line. Calvin Pace. Ridiculous. Once again, if you're a speed rusher, it is so good. Like, even if you're like I always say it, even if you're a power move team, just go finesse. You get just as much power upgrades anyways, but you're also getting a ton of block shed and finesse upgrades on top of it. It's just so good. I don't know why they made it so good this year. It's always been pretty good. It's really good this year. It's like the playmaker of the defensive side of the ball, as we're seeing all these guys with like damn near 90 in every single style. I mean, they're just versatile as hell. Doss, he's regressing, no? Am I a crazy person to think that he just regressed like crazy? Do we know why that is? Does EA actually have that put in the game? I genuinely don't think so. I think that is an error that they accidentally added that they have no idea exists, because most people just probably wouldn't even think about it. But the safeties, they're regressing so often at early ages. Like, is that a trend in real life that maybe I'm ignorant to? Maybe there is there's a big drop off in safety speed and all that. Like, am I losing my mind? Like, is that something that happens in real life? 24, 25-year-old safeties are just, they get really slow one season? I don't know. Maybe it's me that's unaware of the truth, the reality of things, but I feel like that's just dumb and that's just broken. But continue to look at the team. I mean, this is a squad. This is a team that even with the worst scheme, both sides of the ball, as long as it was the right scheme defensively, should have won multiple Super Bowls. And it's really unfortunate that we didn't. Phillip Buchanan, obviously, 89 overall. You know, super athletic player, fun to use. As we'll take a look now at the other corner, Walker, who we just paid. Kind of that borderline of like, should we have paid him? But we already did. It's too late for that. And then we look at anyone else. Don't really care too much about Blanton. Never really got a chance. Sebastian Janikowski and Shane Leckler, both normal devs. Sebastian Janikowski, 99 kick power, 88 accuracy, which is obviously really, really good. And then you look over at Leckler, who also has 99 kick power, but a little bit better in the accuracy at 99 as well. 97 awareness. He's a 98 overall. What a guy. What a dude. That's pretty much going to be it for our 2004 draft class Indianapolis Colts. New York Giants rebuild. Obviously a couple of Colts in there. Gary Bracken, how are you doing? If you guys want to see more of these, kind of like retro rebuilds, if you will, using rosters and / draft classes from other, Madden eras, let me know in the comment section below. Do you want me to keep doing the fantasy draft style, which I think is the most fun because you get the most variety? But we could also do which team in Madden 2004 was the worst roster. We just rebuild them. We could absolutely just do that. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comment section below, and which kind of era you want to see, which team you want to see. And I'm always looking for new teams. As fun as it is the realistic rebuild in, teams in real life, we actually almost have most of them done anyways. And at this point, it's probably best to just wait till the draft kind of hits for, any redo rebuilds. So, once you finish all the realistic rebuilds, you're basically waiting until the draft to actually do more realistic style. So, need to mix in more challenges, mix in more different era stuff, maybe even go into a different Madden entirely to do some rebuilds here and there. But that's pretty much going to be it. If you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate continued support on the channel. It means a ton to me. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. Should have seen in another Indiana Jones video episode at some point yesterday or later today. Probably yesterday, though. Anyways, though, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. See ya. And as usual, shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. If you guys are not already members of the channel and you want to be, click the join button. It's next to the subscribe button. All the details will be in there. We had our first of the exclusive members-only rebuilds last weekend, so give it a check. Give it a go, especially if you are already a member and you didn't realize that that existed. Maybe take a look at that. I thought it was a great rebuild, so give it a go. And that's pretty much it. Take care. Thanks for watching, whether you're a member or not, and see ya!